Will you be sharing baby boy's name before the birth? Whole new woman, libido is back. It felt so weird. Ooh, what is your mom card gonna be? It can cause a lot of issues. Will you be vlogging your birth? Am I planning on breastfeeding? I can't. Anything of the above goes awry. Someone has a spicy question. Have you had any strange pregnancy cravings yet? A process of trying to conceive in detail. If I'm gonna show the baby, what my plan is, will I be hiding him? Do you plan to get an epidural? I am keeping McDonald's in business. Would you ever choose to not find out the gender? Oh my god, this is like inappropriate. Names that we like but won't be using. Honestly, I'm kind of at this point where if it happens, it happens, you know? That was an experience. Are you scared for birth? TMI, kind of, whatever, who cares? Do not put that near me. So she's getting like a little bit outdated. Night and day. Am I ever gonna feel normal again? Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna do a little life catch up, pregnancy updates, all of the things. It's been a while since I've sat down and just answered your guys' questions, so I asked you on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you missed out. Definitely go follow me there. Cozy, comfy vibes today. We are in my new office. We're in the process of moving everything around and getting ready for baby and getting his nursery all together. It's been so fun. We got the candle going. I got my little blankie here. I have all your guys' questions. So if you're getting ready, doing your laundry, doing your nails, I don't know, let's chit chat, let's hang out, and let's hop right into it. How close do you want your kids' age gap to be? Ideally, we would love them pretty close in age, but I definitely just want to see how my body feels after all of this, especially since we have to do the Lovenox shots and everything now. Could be a year, could be 2, could be 3, could be 4. I think I'd like to stick around the 2 to 3 year age gap, but we'll see. You never know. Will you be sharing baby boy's name before the birth? Probably not, because we are pretty sold on a name, but we still aren't 100%. I would say maybe we're like 95%. And I truly feel like Zane and I just aren't going to really super decide until I give birth. But we have like top of the list names and we have an order. So like we have a number one choice right now that I think we're personally probably really gonna go for because we have been referring to him as that name. But I don't want to announce something and then we decide something else. But in my heart, deep down, we're gonna go with that name. So just to be safe, I'm gonna wait until after we give birth. Are you scared for birth? I'm a little bit scared. I truthfully hope that I can, I mean, obviously every woman would wish they just have like a super easy push them out naturally and just be done with it. The idea of a C-section would really scare me more than natural birth. So I'm just like crossing all my fingers that I can give birth naturally. That would be my ideal scenario. Obviously, whatever we have to do, we'll do. But the idea of that intense of a surgery really scares me. So hopefully we can just get him out naturally. I'm a little scared to tear, but there will be so much going on that I probably won't even know if they're stitching me up. And it's probably gonna really freaking hurt. So I'm not excited for the pain part, but I know, especially at that point when you're so far along in your pregnancy, you're gonna be like, just get this baby out. I cannot wait to have this baby in my arms. And I know I'm just gonna be so excited to meet him and the adrenaline of it all. I'm just gonna be so excited and I'm gonna get to see my baby and that will carry me through. Also, something that comforts me about it is there's literally nothing I can do. I have no choice. I can't chicken out and say, actually, I'm scared. I don't wanna do this. Like, there's no option. You gotta push the baby out. You gotta get him out of there. So I'm very much a person that lives my life of it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. What's meant to be will be. And I truly feel like just whatever is supposed to happen in my birth is just gonna happen. And I have to just trust all of the doctors and Zane and everyone around me. Everyone will help carry me through it. Just hope for the best. How are the Lovenox shots going? I hope it's going well. You've got this. That is so sweet. Thank you. They're getting a little bit rougher, I can't lie. And it's probably because we're going over similar areas, you know? And my belly is just getting bigger and not as much fat to pinch. So it's definitely painful. It's not super fun. You definitely feel it. We're gonna talk to my doctor about icing the area and see if that helps. I did try my thigh, which a lot of people said feels so much better for them. And that was even more painful and bruised even worse. And even Zane and I both said it felt like he was injecting straight into muscle, which injecting into muscle is going to make you bruise worse. It's going to hurt more. You're not supposed to be injecting into muscle. So right now I'm sticking with the belly, but I'm going to talk to my doctor about it all and see what areas she wants me to inject into, icing and everything like that. It's not awful. It's so temporary, and that's what's getting me through. But when that alarm goes off every day, I'm like, oh no. But injection takes less than 30 seconds, and then it hurts and burns for maybe about 10 to 15 minutes for me. And that's it. I just have to do it every single day. And I'm going to be in my bathing suit this summer with probably bruises all over my belly. It is what it is. I just have to do it because that would not be good for me or the baby. And if you aren't familiar with Lovenox shots, they are a blood thinner shot. I have protein S deficiency, which is pretty common in pregnancy, my doctor told me, but I also have thromboembolism. I've tried to learn how to pronounce it, which is a genetic blood clotting disorder. I'm always gonna have it. There's no way to get rid of it. It's not just because I'm pregnant, but your blood gets thicker when you're pregnant, so you're more prone to blood clots. So on top of having a blood clotting disorder and being pregnant, I already got sent to the hospital once for a blood clot, and I had like stroke-like symptoms. We don't want that to happen again. That can definitely harm the baby. It can harm me. It can cause a lot of issues, and we don't want any of that to happen. So my hematologist wanted me on the blood thinner shots. One of you guys asked about the cat litter, which is so funny. Is Zane taking care of it? Yes, he is. That was actually something I saw when we first found out I was pregnant. I was just researching like what not to do, what not to eat, you know, all the basics. And that was one of the things that popped up is do not inhale the cat's litter. So I have not touched it. That is Zane's job. It kind of always was Zane's job. But I do not touch it. I don't breathe it in. So that's something I'm glad that I found out about in the beginning. Pregnancy pillow update. I was not sure how I was feeling about it at first, but I love it now. It is so comfy. You just need that like little bit of support and something to put your leg up on. It's cozy. You can hug it. The cats love it. Bailey is on top of it every single night. Bella's still up at my head. She always slept up at my head on the pillow. Bailey definitely knows I'm pregnant. She has been so mush. She's usually a daddy's girl, but she has been up my butt. But I wake up and they're both on it. I have proof. Is there anything that you loved eating before you were pregnant but is now making you nauseous since you're pregnant? So I've had a weird relationship with coffee while I'm pregnant. I was never a coffee drinker my whole life. And then when I got pregnant, I was loving it, like loving it. And then in my first trimester, there was a day where I was like, do not put that near me. I cannot consume that. That is disgusting. And then I think it was like maybe end of first trimester, beginning of second. I love it now again. So maybe I had like a food aversion to it. There's been a couple things where I eat and I'm like, that tastes disgusting. Things that I would usually eat. And then I would have like someone else try and they're like, it literally tastes fine. So I think I think they're called food aversions. I could be wrong about that. Food aversions. Oh, another thing is broccoli. I loved broccoli so much. I can have like a few pieces of it now and then I'm done. I've been having like the broccoli ick. It's so random and so weird. And then also chicken. Sometimes I just cannot eat chicken. It is just like yuck. I am 12 weeks with my first baby today. Congratulations. How has the second trimester been in comparison? Night and day. You will make it out. I promise you. When you were in the first trimester, I literally was like, am I ever gonna feel normal again? I don't think so. I'm gonna feel like this forever. This is awful. Because it's like every single day for me, it was just waves of nausea all day, and so fatigued. Fatigue and nausea were my two main symptoms in my first trimester. And I think it was around like maybe 14 to 15 weeks-ish. I'd have to look back, maybe even like 13 and a half weeks where I really started to notice like, oh, the gates were opening up. I was feeling so much better. My energy was back, which is like so amazing. And then the nausea, I actually will still get very small waves of nausea if it's been too long if I've eaten. So I try to eat more frequently during pregnancy, which is like everyone. But I feel amazing in the second trimester. Like amazing. The first was just like, I don't want to leave my bed. I just need to sit here. I just need to turn the lights off and I need to just sit here and bring me bagels with cream cheese, please. That is all I wanted to eat my first trimester was bagels with cream cheese every day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's all I want. And pasta. Has the extra congestion started? I hated that symptom. I actually did get that a little bit in the first trimester. I was a little congested. And it's so funny because I feel like everything you look up is a pregnancy symptom because so much is changing. Hormones are changing. Your body's changing. Even like my ears were popping every couple of days recently. And I was like, what is going on? And I looked it up and I was like, yeah, could be a pregnancy symptom. I'm like, okay. But I didn't have any horrible nasal congestion. I just had a little bit of it. It wasn't anything like that was like super annoying. How has Pilates been while pregnant? Scheduling, morning sickness, and cancellation fees. So I actually went to Pilates throughout my entire pregnancy so far. I never stopped, never paused. There were days where sometimes I was on the reformer and I was like, ooh, I'm feeling a little nauseous. But my instructor knew, and I would take it easy where I need to. I would make sure I was always fed and had my water with me. And I definitely in the first trimester only did level 1 classes. I didn't dare touch the level 1.5 because I needed minimal weights, minimal movement, just something to keep my body moving so that I stayed active. But I will say I wasn't someone that was throwing up every single day. I literally only threw up 3 times my entire pregnancy. So I know there are women out there that are literally throwing up all day every day, and that would be super hard with scheduling and everything. In that case, I probably would have just put a pause on my Pilates membership, but all the symptoms I was going through were super manageable. If I was having like a super hard night and I was within the 12-hour cancellation, I would just cancel, or sometimes you just gotta eat the cost and pay the $15 cancellation fee. It is what it is. Someone said no question, just wanted to say you're going to make such an incredible mom. That makes me want to cry. Pregnancy hormones. That is so sweet. You guys literally just know that whenever you guys say that we're really such great parents and anything like that, is just like makes my heart so happy because this is something I've always looked forward to, and Zane and I are so beyond excited to be parents, and I just really feel like we're at such a beautiful spot and such a grown spot in our life, like mentally, financially, everything, physically. Like I just feel like we're doing so well and we have like a great mindset, and I just truly feel like we are going to be really great parents, and I take pride in that. I'm very, very, very proud of us for that. Ooh, what is your mom car gonna be? Okay, so Zane has been doing research on that because fun fact, when I got my car in 2019, I'm driving a 2019 Honda right now, and I love her, but it was one that Zane literally looked up and he was like, I think you should get this one, and I was like, okay, and we went and I test drove it and I was like, perfect. I really am not like super into cars. I don't know much about cars. So Zane has been doing his research. I kind of gave him a few like things that I would like. My number one is that it fits in our garage. And then like color preferences or like little details that I would like. And he's got a little list of his own, and we have a couple cars in mind that we're gonna go check out. I will share that entire process with you guys. I definitely wanted to wait for the weather to get a little bit nicer because I just feel like going car shopping in like cold, nasty weather is just not my vibe. So maybe in like the next month or two, that will be happening, and I will share that whole experience with you guys and all the test driving and you know me, going to all the dealerships and everything. You guys will see it all. Car tour, the whole 9. But I'll keep the options that we're gonna go look at a little secret, but I am very excited to upgrade my car. I've been telling myself like, oh, I'll get my mom car, you know, when I'm closer to giving birth, da-da-da. And now that it's getting like closer and closer, I'm getting like more and more excited about it. This August, I would have had my Honda for 6 years now. So she's getting like a little bit outdated, and you know, I'm just ready for a fresh start. And I've never driven an SUV before. I'm gonna get like a small SUV. I don't want anything like giant or clunky, but I've always driven sedans, so it's gonna be fun. A new car is just always fun, right? How many kids do you guys want? At least 2, max 3. Don't hold me to it, we'll see. Will you be vlogging your birth, or will you be keeping it private? I want to capture as many memories as possible throughout this entire process. So I'm going to capture as much as I can. We'll see how much I want to share in that moment, how much I want to keep private, how my birth goes, if I'm even able to film. We shall see. It's obviously not my number one priority. My number one priority is getting baby delivered happily and safely and everything to go well. But of course, I want to document everything. I want to have that memory forever. Would you ever choose to not find out the gender? So yes, I would love to do that. I've always said for our second, I would love to not find out. But I said that before I got pregnant. Now that I am pregnant, I think finding out was so fun. I don't know if we could do it for our second. Zane is not for it. He's like, I would never want to wait. But obviously, like, if I wanted to do it, he probably would do it with me, I would hope. But I was always like, oh, for our first, I definitely want to know. And then for our second, it would be like a nice surprise. But now I'm like, I want to know if our son's gonna get a brother or a sister. Like, that is also so exciting. So maybe for the third, I'd want to not find out. I don't know. It's also nice to be like, you know, a little extra prepped when you know the gender. So I would love to do it, but I can't say how I'll feel during the second pregnancy because finding out the gender was one of my favorite moments of my life. It was the most excited I've been in a very long time. It was so much fun, way more fun than I ever thought it would be. And I really loved that moment. So, and one of the biggest reasons that I would be scared to wait to know the gender until birth is if a doctor accidentally told us at an appointment, that would be super disappointing. Because it's like, if I'm gonna know, I want to do it in like a special fun way with Zane, not just have a doctor accidentally say it. That would be super upsetting. But I know a lot of them are very careful, like, do we know the gender? Should I not say it? But you know, things happen. Or in the ultrasound, you could definitely tell if it's a boy at a certain point. So what if that accidentally shows up and then I know? There's a lot going through the head. So that's my answer. I don't know. I see a couple things about names that we like but won't be using. I would love to do that video eventually. So maybe down the line we will get there. But right now we're just too undecided with a few of our options. So I'll have to sit down with Zane. I would want to do that with Zane too. I think that would be fun. Do you have any ideas or plans so far for the baby shower? Yes, we picked a date, which is so exciting, and a theme. But that was it on my end. I am hands off. Brenna and a couple of my family members are taking care of that. We're just gonna do it at the house. My bridal shower was super fun at a vineyard, but it is super restricting. You can only stay there for a certain amount of time. You know, you can only do certain things, and they're specific about things and whatever. And it's gonna be like warm out, summertime. I have a beautiful backyard, so we're just gonna use the house. I would rather just be able to hang out with everybody and just enjoy. And it saves so much money because hosting things like that at venues and whatnot, it just gets so pricey, and that's not what it's about to me. I just want to spend time with people I love, you know? I also really wanted Zane at my baby shower, and so I decided to do just like a couple super close men in my life at the baby shower, which I'm super excited about. Because at first in my head I was like, oh, it either has to be the women in my life or like the women and then all their significant others and all our friends and everything like that. And I was like, oh, but I don't want to do that either because then it just becomes like way too many people, and I kind of want it to be more intimate. I really loved how intimate my bridal shower was, and so I was like, wait, there's no rules. Why don't I just do the couple super close men in my life and then all my women? That is literally perfect. So I'm very happy with that decision, and I am so excited for that day. It's gonna be so sweet and fun. And that is towards the end of June, so I'll be super poppin' by then. Do you feel like you and Zane's relationship has been different since being pregnant? 1000%. Our relationship, I just feel like, has leveled up in the best way possible. I've never felt closer and more connected. It's been such a beautiful journey to like watch him go through it with me and be by my side through it all. He's been absolutely the best partner I could ever ask for, especially in the first trimester. He was sitting by the toilet with me, holding my hair, putting a cold rag on my neck, getting me anything I needed. He's still to this day, every day, asking me if I need anything, helping me with things. He does not want to miss one appointment. He's been to every single one with me, even like the silly little ones where I just need like blood work or something. He is there sitting by my side. And we've always talked about this moment. We've been together. This year will be 12 years we've been together, and we've always talked about our future and how excited we are to create life and how crazy it'll be that it's half me and half him and we're like each other's favorite person in the world. And so we just like keep talking about how crazy it is that I have a little boy in me that is literally going to be our son and look like us, and we get to raise him and we get to spend time with him. And we've been sharing like little videos that we're seeing online with each other and just discussing just the future. It's just so fun to talk about. We're just even more bonded now, and I see a whole nother side to Zane. He's already so fatherly. I could cry. Oh no, here it comes. Did we think I'd get through this video without crying? I'm just so grateful to have a partner like him in my life. He is the most incredible man ever, and I am just so beyond lucky that our son gets him as a dad and to like look up to. I can't. He's gonna be just like the best role model ever, and our son's just gonna want to be like him. God. And I'm so proud of having a partner like him, and I'm so excited to like show our kids a healthy relationship and how much we love each other and show such a strong foundation. Zane and I have discussed how important that is to us, that our kids, you know, see a healthy example in relationship. And like, you know, our relationship comes first. We always got to make sure our core is solid and that we can raise our kids in a healthy partnership. And that's so important to us. And we're just so on the same page with all of our morals and values and how we want to raise. This is terrible. Oh man. And just how we want to raise him in general. And I just feel like we're in such a good spot to raise a really amazing little boy. Unwell. This is pregnancy hormones coming out. Okay. Oh my. So that's how I feel. That's how I feel about our relationship. Okay. Let's do some more. I've seen a couple questions about if I'm going to show the baby, what my plan is, will I be hiding him? Personally, Zayda and I will be sharing the baby on social media. I know other people don't want to share their baby. Whatever is for everyone. I think it's such an individual experience. And I respect everyone's opinion. If you don't want to show your kid, don't show your kid. If you want to show your kid, show your kid. That's your kid. I don't care. Just do what you want. Oh, someone said, fun fact, your feet can grow a full shoe size after birth and not go back down. I hope not, because I have a really big shoe shelf in here and I need to fit into all of them still. We cannot have that happen. Where are you moving your office to? My office is now in my closet room combined into one, which honestly feels so amazing because like now all of my things are in one space. I can film in here, work in here, get dressed in here, get ready, edit my videos, whatever. It's just all in one spot. Feels really nice. I personally love it. What has been your favorite part of being pregnant? Just the journey itself has been so fun. Like I just am having so much fun doing everything with Zane and going to all the appointments. I also really love having a little belly and I just knew I would like be so excited to have a little bump out. That has been so fun. And I love just sharing my journey, sharing it with you guys, talking to my friends about it. Like it's just fun overall. I'm like just so happy. I'm happy. Very first symptom. So the first symptom was insomnia. I was tossing and turning and also super emotional. I was going through it right before I found out I was pregnant. Like just crying about everything and just feeling down and just very like hormonal, I guess. But one of the symptoms that made us take a test was I couldn't sleep the night before and also my boobs. Oh my God, I would wake up and I'm like, ow. That was like right before we took the test. Those were my big symptoms. Best belly oil or cream. I'm 12 weeks. Congrats. Congrats to you too. Personally, I'm using the bio oil right now and I really love it. My friend also got me Summer Fridays, I think was the brand. I've yet to try it yet, but she got me a belly lotion. I'm excited to try that too, but bio oil was like the best one when I did my research. So that's what I've been using and I'm almost halfway through and so far like no stretch marks or anything like that. Maybe after I give birth, I'll see some. I also don't really care, but you know, trying to do what I can. If it happens, it happens. It's fine. I grew human. Have you had any strange pregnancy cravings yet? Woo! I am keeping McDonald's in business. Actually, I think I'm getting it like maybe once every 2 weeks-ish, which isn't horrible. I'm really trying to be healthy and eat good and everything. Of course, that is super important to me, but I'm gonna treat myself when I'm craving something, and McDonald's has kind of been the number one. Love McDonald's. Here's the thing with my cravings lately is something like if I like think about it or see it online, I just need it and want it. Like the other night, all of a sudden I got in my mind that I wanted a poke bowl and I like needed a poke bowl, so I DoorDashed one. I got it with like the Connie crab meat instead of like the raw tuna. Sometimes I crave pasta. I really have been loving chocolate. I have the skinny dipped like peanut butter cups that I love, but most of the time it's just like unhealthy foods. Like French fries always sound good. Oh my God, I could put down on French fries all the time. Someone said, just want to say, good thing you loved those condoms, because girl, 2 ovulation cycles? If you didn't know, I have raved about this brand of condoms, Trojan. Everyone knows Trojan. But this certain type, these ultra thin ones that we loved. And I actually ended up getting a brand deal with them, which was so incredible. You guys loved that. And it was like the best partnership ever because I would rave about them all the time on my own time. And so we did a partnership saying like, oh, we're so excited for kids, but like not yet because we're getting married soon, like right before the wedding. And then we got pregnant in literally 2 ovulation cycles. So good thing we did use those. That is very funny. Process of trying to conceive, like how I tracked my ovulation cycle in detail. I wear an Aura ring. I love her. I've had it for, I think, well over 2 years now. And I used it with Natural Cycles, the app. It was, I feel like, extremely accurate. It goes off of your temperature. You can also use Natural Cycles without having the Aura ring. You can just take your temperature every morning. There's so many ways to do it. You can use ovulation strips. I used to use those, and then I would input in the app if my ovulation test was positive or negative. And then on the app, it literally will tell you like days you're ovulating and days you're fertile. And the day it said I was ovulating was the day we conceived. So I think it was pretty accurate. I don't love the app for other reasons. I think Flow is a little bit better in my opinion. I just like the layout of it better and just the way you input everything. I probably will only use Natural Cycles for the next time we're trying to conceive. And then other than that, I really like the Flow app, but they both have just different features. Natural Cycles, I think, is more expensive than Flow. I could be wrong about that, but I think I paid for the whole year and it was like $200 and something, which is a lot. So I think it actually is more expensive than Flow. But that's how we conceived. I just tracked everything using my Aura ring and Natural Cycles, and it worked. Do you plan to get an epidural or go all natural for childbirth? I'm gonna say inject me whenever you need to and as soon as you can. I do not care. Whatever helps it be less painful and get the baby out. If I'm in pain, please give me what you think I need. I will not be one of those moms, I mean, props to them, that are like, nope, I don't want anything. I'm just gonna do it. If I'm in pain, where's that epidural? Get it in here. Do you think you'll eventually hire a nanny or take a step back from working full time? I'm gonna go to posting once a week on YouTube when baby comes and just see how that feels. I'm not gonna know how that feels. I mean, I'm gonna take a break after I give birth and just soak in the newborn bliss. But I'm saying, like, after that, when I come back to YouTube, I'm gonna go to once a week. That sounds very doable for me with a baby. Just taking off the one video a week. I think that will be super helpful. I won't say we'll never hire help, but we do have a lot of amazing family around us, but maybe one day we will need that. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with the flow, see how it goes. I'm very, 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 very lucky that my job allows me to be a stay-at-home mom, and Zane's career is literally popping off this year, so we're just gonna take it day by day and see how it all goes. Am I planning on breastfeeding? I'm going to try. We shall see how it goes. If I don't have a great supply, it's not coming in enough, if it's super painful for me or just not working, if he's not latching. So many things can happen, right? With breastfeeding, it can affect your mental health. So if anything of the above goes awry, we'll just go to formula. It's fine. I don't care. A fed baby is a happy baby. So whatever's meant to be will be, but I'd like to try. So it's a boy mom tip. PPTP. When you're changing the diaper, I assume that's what you mean. Like, make sure, because he's gonna pee. It's gonna go everywhere. Someone has a spicy question about sex life while you're pregnant. First trimester is rough because you are nauseous, you are so tired, you do not feel hot. I'll just leave it at that. Second trimester, whole new woman, libido is back. I will say, the first time we did, I felt so weird. It was like, oh my god, this is like inappropriate. There's a baby in there. But it is so safe and so fine. I mean, obviously talk to your doctor, everyone's different. There was a point where my doctor was like, not right now, because my placenta was sitting a little too low. She didn't like that or something like that. It was a long time ago, so forgive me. But once we were cleared, I was like, this feels weird. I'm sure it's gonna feel even weirder as my belly gets bigger. But second trimester, there is hope. If you're in your first, you will get your libido back. And then there will be a time where you cry during it. That was an experience. I was like, why am I crying? He's like, are you crying? I'm like, it's a good, happy cry. And I'm only sharing this, so TMI kind of, whatever, who cares? But I know some of you guys will relate where you just want to cry because you just can't believe you're just, I mean, that's such a vulnerable, you know, connection moment, right? And then you think about how you've created life and you're just so excited about it, and it's just like a beautiful, it feels like a beautiful slow motion moment. You're like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Listen, it happens. It's just me being honest. Here we are. Aw, I'm so proud of you for keeping up with your Pilates. Are you still doing your other workouts? I am walking every single day. I've got my walking pad right behind me. I usually go for like an hour and a half because once I get on my computer, you kind of don't even realize that you're going, and it ends up being like 4 or 5 miles, which is amazing. But my doctor is super pushing me, which I think movement and exercise is one of the most important things. It's always been part of my life, and it's something that I did not want to give up during this pregnancy at all. For the rest of this pregnancy, at least 30 minutes a day, I am walking and I'm doing Pilates 4 days a week. I also have like 1 pound wrist weights that I've been wearing when I'm doing like little tasks, and I like that too. Favorite maternity jeans. Okay, I've tried a bunch. I really like the Abercrombie low rise that I have. And then there's a pair from Target that I like. I can link both of them below. They're like a black cargo pant. I don't see myself wearing those in the summer though, because they have the big maternity band that goes over the belly. I feel like especially when it's hot, if I'm gonna wear a pant, I would want below the belly, especially since my belly will be big. I won't mind having it out and about. So I just have the one low rise pair of jeans because I'm really not gonna wear jeans that much in the summer, let's be honest. I just did place some clothing orders, so you guys will see that in my content super soon. I'm trying to make sure that I have the right stuff for the summer so I'm not miserable. So I'm starting to figure that out now, what's gonna fit, what I'm gonna want to be wearing. Probably just comfy athleisure, biker shorts, rompers, like little onesies, dresses, things like that. Last question, what made you guys want to get pregnant right after the wedding? We've always said for kids, let's just see how we feel after we get married, and we had a few, conversations about it, and we were like, honestly, I'm kind of at this point where if it happens, it happens, And I truthfully thought it would take longer. We are so lucky that it happened so quickly. But I really did think it would take at least a couple of months, if not like a year. I don't know. I feel like you see so much of how long it takes. So we were very fortunate that we got pregnant very quickly, but I truthfully didn't think it would happen that fast. I thought it would take, a little while, but I am beyond grateful that it happened this way because I feel so ready and so excited, and I'm so happy it happened so quickly. The first time we took a pregnancy test, I shared that video in our announcement video. I didn't think I would be sad, but I was kind of sad when it was negative, and I was like, it's kind of sad. So then that really put into perspective. I was like, whoa, I think I do want to have a baby sooner than I thought. Anyways, I actually have a few minutes until we have to go do my Lovenox shots. So this was perfect timing. That was so chatty, but hopefully you guys enjoyed hanging out with me today. I think I answered most of your questions. So make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I've been posting some good short form content these days, so go check it out on there. It's fun. I'm also big into Instagram stories, so if you want to see updates in like more of a real time, go follow me there. Thank you for supporting me and being here on this journey. I'm having so much fun, and I truly feel like I am entering the best era of my life. I cannot wait to be a mom. I love you guys so much. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys.